Let's go, guys. Welcome back for part 2. It's quaddy legs. Mark, first race 1200 metre here, race 6. Where are we going?
Gee, you're excited, aren't you? Just a little bit of housekeeping firstly. The fact that Dick goes here means that he can't be at Caulfield tomorrow. So we'll have to scratch the mounting yard mail from Melbourne tomorrow.
And if you purchase it, go to the next week, you've got your money back. Get your money back, my spare 200, just fucking emails will give you to everyone else taking all our money, so why not join the list? Big hello to Top Better.
Anyway, so there's mounting yard mail, which is the the apex of the product is at Rosehill tomorrow.
Sorry, Mark. I'm fed fuck. Look at me, Mother Superior.
Mother Superior. Anyway, and there's also a very good service in Brisbane called.
I reckon there'd be some Mother Superiors that have banged more people than you have, Glenn.
It's the best of all time. Yeah. It's the lowest result of all time. I remember being a teenager, I thought I'm going to carve every blonde in the world up. I'm going to get every single one of them. I haven't got one. Like a naught for blondes.
And you've got like 2 months to live.
And yeah, right in the last stretch. You know what our luck will be? September 29th, court case in favour of the Punters Show, 7 million. Apologised the day before. You only get 3.5. It's a fucking joke, man.
Not one blonde.
Never blonde. I've only hit 2. How am I going to hit? I've hit 2 browns. You're a fucking idiot, Checker. Just Dicko, whatever your name is, just because you fucking banged me.
Right, in Brisbane tomorrow, Punters Collective, they have a very comprehensive service for Brisbane racing, which includes the mounting yard, and they're associated with Ratings to Win. In fact, they're powered by Ratings to Win. So you know Ratings to Win, you know what they're capable of, so you know that it's a very comprehensive and sophisticated service for Brisbane. That's the Punters Collective. And you'll be able to find some information on our webpage. Front page, in fact.
Isn't that cute? Look at that little girl up there walking along, she's carrying a dolly. That's nice, isn't it? That's
Looks a bit old for a dolly, but.
Yeah, I just think she's about 10 or 12, but I think it was like it wasn't like that. It was like she collects dolls. It's sweet.
Now, race 6, the high grade 1200 metre race, surplus $3.30. Jay Collett back on board. $7 the Resumer Washington Heights. $8 is Top Striker. $8 another Resumer Suspense. $11 Ins and Outs. Aren't we sick of him? $11 Reincarnate. $14 Kadiro. $15 Yesterday's Songs. I missed $14 Prince Famous. Long Old Savaro and the Despised Forget. Now. Where's my map gone? $71. Well, it's had a long spell and it's now 7 years old. It's out of Mnemosyne. Remember her? She was going to save the world.
She was going to save the world, Mnemosyne. A big rap on her before. Did she die in the run or something? Or did they just retire?
No, that was Unearthly, Unearthly, Unworldly, whatever it was. That was the one that died. So I imagine that T. Clark on Top Striker pushes on here. Ins and Outs is going to go back tomorrow. They went forward, they went back, they went forward. They trialled him again. He's gone back in the trial. It's off the speed tomorrow. Surplus Posse's up, and it's out of Prince Famous or Top Striker for the front. Prince Famous going 1200 metres won't be gung ho. So I'm suggesting the Top Striker pushes on and leads.
Excuse me. I never had that.
Bless you.
Thanks, guys. It's all the.
Yeah, you do. You.
I didn't think of Top Striker going forward in Mark.
Well, he's a short courser. He's at 1200 metres second up, and he gets Adkins off, T. Clark on. It's it's try time tomorrow. Suspense and Kadiro, they take a trail. Reincarnate has been unable to show any speed in his last half dozen runs, so he's not getting forward, and Tommy Berry to boot. Savaro, Washington Heights, Forget, and Yesterday's Songs are all in the back of the field.
Wow, I'm so confused here, guys. I'm dead set going to have no idea here. God, help us, would you?
I'm going to back Surplus late. I'm expecting it to blow because of, didn't we have an emailer in that brought it to our attention about the first up and then?
Yeah,
flopping as favourite.
Wins are first up, and then he's been disappointing at short odds each time.
I'll be wanting a longer price, but that's the horse I'm interested in backing. Actually, the only horse I'm interested in backing, but it's got to get to the right price, and it's not there at the moment.
What's the right price? $4?
I probably want a little bit more, actually.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be flat out getting a little bit more than that.
I'm just hoping there's a market overreaction due to the stats.
Where?
Okay. Well, I don't know. There's just little snippets of everything here.
I mean, the 740 metre trial of Washington Heights.
Well, see, I actually thought the trial was nice, but you've had
the Hong Kong form's actually like usually
really
they come
good.
here back here busted.
But I
Don't
mean,
they?
how can I get over 412 days off and only a 740 metre
Is
trial?
this Joe Ryan?
Joe Ryan?
Well, but you know, it's
Karen
a pet,
on board.
But you know, it's a pet negative of mine.
Yeah. Hi, girls. Having a good school holiday with mummy? G'day, love. No, don't be sorry. No, it's lovely to see kids in the park. I was only talking about them in the
That's
show.
right. You can hardly blow up about kids in the park.
I love it. It's good on them.
Okay, well, you guys talked to me about Washington Heights. What did you think,
I'm
DK?
just trying to work out what's
I
going back.
quite like it. Gelded.
Yeah.
I always like that horse. Back
Wow.
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
day.
how awesome is that?
Oh, awesome.
God, the
But
toys these days.
hang on, this is
Can
not
we
real.
have a flyby?
You got a flyby.
This is
Flyby?
not real playing in the park, Glenn. This is first pointy end, first world playing in the park.
Yeah.
The aviation or flying. Yeah.
There goes the Serenity.
No, it's nice. Oh, now
Wow.
comes a car.
I like how we just stopped still recording to watch the toy, because it's a pretty groovy toy, isn't it?
Yeah,
So this-
I like Top
this is a
Striker, Washington Heights, and I'm always cheering Savaro because it's a half to rhymes.
yeah, but unfortunately, I think Savaro has lost her way.
She has lost her way a bit.
But I'm always cheering her.
I'm going to be a gaudy here. I'm going to tip the favourite because when you can't find any, I suppose you've got to go back to the favourite. To beat Reincarnate, who I'd like the 42 days off and the trial since. Gee, I'll find a bit of Tommy Berry tomorrow. Oh, it could be icky tomorrow.
Well, he was only 50s in the second last yesterday and got it home.
I mean,
Come on.
But he's a punting destroyer.
It was all map
He's
yesterday.
clean, you know?
So I presume that the Randwick form, Kadiro and ins and outs, that doesn't fit this race, doesn't it?
Kadira failed terribly on the heavy, which sort of helps a bit tomorrow, but look at this bloody plane, I want to go.
Okay, come on, let's get through these races. We're struggling.
Look,
in this race.
I was with Top Striker there. I think you know I want to put something with Surplush because obviously Surplush third up. There he is. Blah 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 blah. And Jay Collett back on board seems good. The Winter Stakes.
What a juicy race is.
$4.80. The now Newnham trained Burning Passion. $5 Gold Symphony. $7.50 Extensible. $9.50 Oxford Poet and Shiraz. $14 is Man of His Word. $18 Slightly Sweet. $17 Snippets Land. 19 Centre Pivot. 19 L Lou. And Rough the Rest. Headed by 23 9th Legion, A. Hieronymus. Now, Oxford Poet, he went 1,000 to 14 last time. He's gone 11 to 14 this time, but he controls this because 9th Legion is not fit enough or drawn enough to contest. Marinostro's too slow. Shiraz is a stablemate. Burning Passion will be forward, but not that forward. Snippets Land is caught, posted, as maybe Zinzanetti if he gets a start. Extensible probably doesn't give her alley away too much.
You must have been.
What a bad race, isn't it? Now, firstly, talk to me, Glenn, about the all these Cummings horses turning up in Newnham's stable. Like we saw Fanoon, who was a horse of talent, but did seem a bit too well found yesterday at Wyong.
It seemed well found, but by the same token, like it's missed his kick, got back to last, given a.
Had its chance, actually.
But it was 6-7 lengths away in the run.
Had its chance.
Yeah, but it was
ran up to
so
win.
advantageous to be in
Like,
that position.
if you drew
yesterday.
gate 1 yesterday at Wyong, you were 1,000,000 to 1.
Right.
And, the Paul Gaze thing that was, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's going to clean us up.
It's good. It's the best thing I've ever. Did you buy 2 of them?
We should get a second.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
That's too close, Phil. We've got a camera. I'm so sorry.
No, that's great. Yeah.
Do you know what we are?
So the rant nearly got cleaned up by a toy plane.
What about me on the rant talking about
By the way, I wonder if there was a Japanese person flying that plane then, Glenn.
Glenn record World War II was in 1942. I don't forget.
I would have missed. Glenn Pollitt, what are you tipping in the Winter Stakes?
Well, you seem to be shit-potting a little bit. I'm tipping Burning Passion, mate.
Oh, no, sorry. Well, that's what I meant to ask you about. So I didn't realise he had stables at Randwick, so he's got bloody Warwick Farm and Randwick. He goes there on alternate days.
Yeah.
And, it's done a really good job in Brisbane, hasn't it? Although it's not quite as fresh. Like, we've always seen it have this 28 days off business and trial.
It's had 21 starts for, like...
Yeah, I'm back.
It's had 6 wins and 7 places, guys, right?
Yep.
I put it to you that Glenn read it 12 or 13 times. So it's running into 7 or 8 bad Glens.
Yes.
So when you take the bad Glens out of the form guide, this horse has had 12 starts for 6 wins. This is flying. This is a good horse. 3 to be, something down the bottom here, 9, Shiraz. I'm expecting it to get a cosy run behind him and to sprint. Unfortunately, I think...
Why couldn't it sprint the other day? Like, that was... I thought it really showed itself up the other day.
Look, yeah, possibly, but like, it's 4th up tomorrow. It's going to be his toughest game tomorrow. The other day, it's coming off a $6 SP, mate.
Okay.
I think it's the right rider for 2 barrier 6. I think he'll go up underneath him, Jay Collette, and they were the 2 I took.
So Extensible had a particularly yucky run the other day.
Yeah.
Kay McAvoy back on board.
What are you saying? B. Abdullah, the K. McAvoy's a positive, are you?
Well, the way B. Abdullah was riding a fortnight ago, yes.
It is.
I can't say that. I'll never say that. I love B. Abdullah. Fuck you guys. Ginger nuts, what are you saying?
I'm saying that's a positive jockey change.
No, it's not.
What? Why? I've got number 1, Gold Symphony on top. Nobody's even mentioned it yet.
I tipped it last start because I said to you guys, oh, there it is. No, it's
Yeah,
30 acres coming out.
I tipped it last start. So what did it do wrong? It got past a horse that's flying.
It did nothing wrong, but it had a sympathetic setup. It's one of those...
It goes up to 3 kilos.
Look, it went past a horse that's flying. It comes out of the Group 1 Stradbroke. I can't see why it doesn't win again. The longie that I'll be having something on just because I liked its trials before, resuming is number 5, Centre Pivot.
Yeah, I'm with Gord.
But it wasn't about 5 runs away from anywhere, Glenn, the other day?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I like Centre Pivot.
I saw a bit Pete Sable's been going great at the moment. What about that? You like Centre Pivot?
Yeah, each way.
Mark's winning the fields.
My numbers are 1, 8, 3 and 13.
1,
8, 3 and 13. And that's what I...
So you're stamping that Calander surplus races.
Oxford Poet ran in this race last year. Oxford Poet has got credentials at this level.
No, but you mentioned it earlier on in the show as well.
Yeah, the times was super.
Yeah, okay.
Times was super. I know that there was something a bit later on that
I'll tell you one thing about Oxford Park. It's a bloody good horse. It came back as fat. It was 30 kilos overweight the other day when it ran 70.
well, that's no good then.
It's an absolute gut buster. It will get fucking distanced.
Okay, you heard it from Pollitt. Do we need to talk about that race anymore? No. The penultimate, or the Chris Waller plus the other stayers handicap, benchmark 78. With, what have we got? 4 emergencies, but Rustic Melody is not with us. So
where's she?
Ashcan gets a run. Well, she's scratched.
Okay.
So $4.60 collateral back from 2 runs at 2,400 on a 7-day backup. $5 Zorcan up from Melbourne. $8.50 Life of Brian. $9.50 Reby the Red. $9.50 Gold Ambition. You must be pleased to see him again, Glenn. Sorry, I missed $7.50 Estic Raj, who is the 3rd emergency, so needs another 2 scratchings. Okay. And you know, it's got no Bowman either, unless he scratches Zorcan. No, he won't be scratching Zorcan. Yeah.
Can I talk first to Dicko? Zorcan, tell me about his last one at Flemington, Dicko.
Paraded just okay.
I didn't second up the other day.
Yeah, it didn't parade that well the first time, so, and it's a Wallace stayer, so it's not going to go backwards. To be honest, I've joined Gord. I just pen staying races now.
He's penned the staying races.
$33 as well.
No, they have to split it. They can't have both.
Well, can't we have 66?
We can't be making that much money, guys.
I just find, like last weekend in Melbourne, there was 2 staying races that were just fast. The first one, a horse got like scratched 5 minutes before they entered the yard, and then that was the favourite. Then the second favourite got scratched 3 minutes later. And then you ended
Right,
up with
well,
6 horses in the race.
Guys,
I just off it.
Nowhere to go.
Send me $33.
So
No idea.
this is sort of keen because you've got Signposted who needs to lead and Reby to Red who would like to lead. You've got Gold Ambition who...
Just signposted quickly. Blake McDougall, where's he popped up from? And where has he been?
I don't know. Look, you're supposed to know these things, Glenn.
I forgot
You
his
speak to
name,
Horry.
right? Yeah, only about shit.
Gold Ambition posse's up. Multifacets not too far away, but Life of Brian perhaps trying to box seat again. Springbok Flyer had on speed, like King Viv on speed, maybe even tap that poking up. And the others look to go back. Zorcan, Fantasise, the Gavel, Collateral obviously is well back. Ashcan, Devil Hawk, Obsidian, Estic Raj if it runs going back. But sort of keen up front. So Glenn, we've got the race from Canterbury 10 days ago. It's just like everything came here. And
The Life of Ryan race.
yeah, and then horses want to come back from 2400. I speak of Collateral and the Gavel on 7-day backup.
They look a touch tired, don't they? That's
Well, it was
that's
weird.
why the horse I asked Gord about was Zorcan, because I thought,
What-
even though it's pen job form, it is DF.
Well, one thing I would say is that Bullish Stock went horribly last Saturday.
The horse that was in the finish with Zorcan.
Yeah.
Melbourne stayers that come to Sydney aren't pen jobs.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll tip 5 then.
there's nothing wrong with 5 here. But
Look, confusing race for me. I just like the Hayward to Clark on Collateral, and I'll give it another chance.
well, but Glenn, let's talk about Collateral because it's a talking point. It's like, so it's been sent around and around and around. At what point is it? Should we be against it?
If it's well found in the marketplace, if it's outside the marketplace, if you have something on it. What price is it tomorrow at the moment?
$4.60.
I think it'll be a lot longer than that tomorrow, don't you?
That's another thing, Glenn, is like, what are they going to back? Like, where are they going to find
Oh,
the
there's plenty
percentages?
here. There is plenty
Is
here.
that well, they're not going to back one.
Mike, you always find plenty in the staying races.
don't-
Oh, I love
Jesus.
it. It's my favourite race of the day.
They can back Zorcan. Could they back Life of
I think
Brian?
they'll back
Not
Zorcan.
really.
No, not like Brian PR'd the other
Okay,
day.
well
What
they
else
can't
are
back
they
it.
gonna back?
Yeah.
The race is ruined. So
That's what
Flat
happens.
Blue's going to
You
be
try and
460 and hard to back,
manufacture
isn't that price?
Yeah, insane races.
Hardish to back.
I mean, he finds Tim again, and Tim ran him so well that day when he never gave up.
Yeah, well, I just thought of the 2 horses coming back from 2400, the Gavel
That
at
was the-
$31,
Yeah, you had the
who
time
was
off last
who
time.
had the time off last week,
Yeah.
and hadn't seen beyond. Well, he raced over a journey before, but I thought he was a better option. Reby the Red, I thought went quite well last week, Glenn.
Went quite well.
It's
T Clark
racing
won it?
really, yeah, T Clark. It's racing really well, and it's your man, Hieronymus.
Oh, it's might be in for a bit of a day tomorrow, the old boy.
And what about Obsidian, who just disappeared last week? He's
It disappeared, but like, what's going to be 40s tomorrow?
it's $31.
It's going to be 67s on the fair. It's going to be easy. I won't miss the $50 I throw on it. What a race. Let's go the last, guys.
What a race! And the nightcap, 78 benchmark, 1500 metres, $3.90. Tommy Berry and Flo, $4.75 reneged. What is next in the market? $5. It's so obvious. $11 is Zorkonig, $11 Queen Misty, $14
Why is it
Metallic
so
Crown.
So much this market?
I don't know.
They won a Beaumont Maiden and beat Latitude. And
Got the
Shadow
cut,
Flight.
hasn't it?
They wouldn't start 1,001 in this race.
I know.
They'd be longer.
Yeah, that'd be longer than that. This happens every time we have 4. There's 2 conversations.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We'll have to give Dicko a bit of a clip. Give him a clip over the years.
Some blinkers. You're a naughty boy, Dick. I bet you fucking talked him past the whole day, didn't you?
Well, when I was there.
Yeah, brute and blondes. Fucking joke.
Okay, so it's so obvious. It looks the designated leader, but lay down the law is going to be positive because it worked so well the other day, even though it's on a drier track again. Metallic Crown will be positive. Hunter Jack is always pushing up there. Reneged was ridden forward the other day because he drew wide, but I'd suggest won't be that far away here, especially with the blinkers back on. That's your that's your pace scenario. All right, Gordo, you bailed the penultimate, so you have to start first in the nightcap.
Okay, I'm happy to start. I did say Collateral. I didn't completely dog it, did I? Look, you know, I'm not a fan of Tommy Berry, but I have to find flow on top. I'm with you, Glenn. I'm getting real scared about being interested in quite a few of his horses tomorrow. That run at Sunshine Coast was fine.
Pen job. Pen job.
No, he's not saying pen job because my RHIL ran second.
And I just love that win at Kembla Grange. All excuses at Newcastle. It's a horse I have a bit of an opinion of. So I think it's a great chance. I think it's really well found in the market at the moment, but in what's an open race. And just a special mention to Sky Channel, who told all the punters out there that It's So Obvious had run at Bow Desert last start. I thought that was a magnificent comment.
What are you doing listening to it?
They didn't really say that.
Yes, they did.
Fuck, they are the best, Sky.
Play tortured.
Oh.
As I say to all you school leavers that didn't quite get 42 in the HSC, get in contact with Sky. You have got a good chance of a long career. Smile, a nice haircut, and say everything's fantastic.
Yes.
Fucking retard central. I shouldn't do that word, I take it back.
It's So Obvious is also an acceptor at Newcastle tomorrow.
At Bow Desert, that's so good, which is.
Mate, well, it's price orientated for me, so what price am I going to get flow?
$5.50.
Okay.
Righto guys, hell, it's a fucking moral in this race, so it's easy to work out. Ticks every single box when I do the form, it's just unbeatable, isn't it?
Help us out.
Well, it's got distanced on the wet, Glen off, drawn Q on, $17, metallic crown, how are they going to beat it? That's out of left wing, isn't it?
No, not really. I mean, it's a horse of interest here, but I keep on thinking that it's actually a wet tracker.
I always thought it was a wet tracker. But
Oh, he's a very enigmatic horse. Look, couldn't win from his draw the other day, so
So Glenn just said, well, I can't win, so I won't.
I mean, look, 2 starts back at Warwick Farm. Like, God. Like,
What, third Pelothonius?
yeah, and got beaten by level 8.
It's not bad form.
that's this level. That's this level.
Well, I'm saying flow is a standard above that, but just hasn't proved it yet.
Yeah.
2 starts ago, one pissed me off. Yeah, I'm tipping metallic crown. Like, I really like it. I don't know what that means, but something. It is $17. It's not that bad a tip.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And what's the story with the stablemates, Flow's stablemate, Trenchant? It, like,
Yeah.
never
Gelding.
been seen in Sydney. Turns up here as a gelding. Started 100 to 1 in Melbourne last start.
It's an interesting horse.
Interesting horse. Can't wait to see it.
Queen Misty, Glen. Third up, T. Clark.
Ticks a lot of boxes there, third up. And I think it's a horse of ability. It's funny you mention it because it was the main one I was looking at besides my one. Second the other day, the 7 chick race. The time of that race was terrible in the day.
Yeah, it was a very slowly run race. It was like a crawling race.
But all the horses that have come out of the race have all been distance, all in the reflexes. There's been a lot of.
What about the last winner yesterday?
Was who?
Joe Pride,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
right?
Yeah.
Pissed in yesterday.
Yeah,
Walked in.
That was a walkers race yesterday.
Yeah.
And Joe Price was that day. Like to be fair, I'm not even.
I'm just saying
what I'm thinking because next thing, fucking Mr. Van Guest will get me in again.
I
Like Chick did
look,
come off that run and start 60 to 1 on Betfair.
Yeah,
Last
and
start winner.
drew inside when you had to draw wide.
Fair enough.
I'm really interested in what Glenn has to say about 10 Trenchant from the yard tomorrow.
Oh, mounting up, mate. How do you prove without it good?
Well, it's a perfect race for it.
And what
really
about the plugger, Zorn Koenig?
Who's a plugger, but mounting up for me there again. I think the race is up for the grab from the.
All right, final comment. What are we saying about It's So Obvious other than it's not so obvious?
I'm against it.
It looked terrible when it won the maiden. It's going to have a heap of improvement. It was only about 70% fit.
It's McNair.
It's McNair, blah, blah, blah. You know, could entertain it at $21. Well, you're going to mark it 25s or 14s, right? You'll probably be 14s.
No, I'm 25s.
Told ya. Mark Lambert's prop.
Oh, you were hoping somebody would actually. He was fishing then. He was hoping somebody was going to support it, and we both said none. And then he's like, "Oh, that didn't work."
All right. So,
Yeah, it is.
Dingo, what are you saying? You gonna say goodbye to the viewers? You haven't been seen for 6 months.
I'm not that interested in this race. I'm going to see what you say.
Okay, mate. Back to Melbourne next Saturday.
look, yeah. But just before we have our summing up of Rosehill tomorrow, Dicko, just a word for our very keen bean viewers who got into the Lope de Vega colt to be trained by Chris Lees, which you went to inspect yesterday.
Yeah, he looks really well. He
I saw it the tape that Dicko took and really has filled out in the ground.
proportionately though, not
I know we
like.
start sounding like fucking, you know,
Like we could be on Sky Channel.
I know, but it does look a nice horse and walked perfectly. I wish I had more than whatever. What do I have? -3% or something.
You got a bit. I think we're in a good spot early. He'll head into Newcastle in a week, where Chris will sort of step up his work and see how he goes, see how he handles that. And
exciting for the people aboard,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because you haven't made much.
for what we paid, we're going great.
Obviously, you paid the money a long time ago, but you've got to remember you're buying a yearling or a 2-year-old.
Yeah, so he's still got a lot of growing to do, but he's handling it well, and he's a colt, and he's pretty well behaved for a colt. One of the better.
And we'll have
better
we'll have a name very shortly as well, won't we?
Yeah, we put our names forward to race in New South Wales finally. I was a bit slack with that, but we'll hopefully hear back pretty soon with what we.
Are we getting pen job?
I think it was one of the 3 put forward, was it?
Was it?
I don't know, but that's not the final arbiter, is it? I
It
mean,
was torture.
Yeah.
It was complete torture.
Yeah, so many are taken, aren't they?
right. So Dicko, you'll be back on deck for Melbourne Mounting Yard Mail tomorrow
Next
week.
Yep.
We'll have 2 new guests here for the round on Monday. Me and Ginger Nuts. We're going to California dreaming together. Not. And,
We're going to Vegas to play poker, aren't we?
Be nice. So you'll have the Snowster here with John Walter.
Yes, so we had to find a redhead for the show, and John Walter very kindly held his plane back.
Thank you, Mark, doing your bit for the minority, the persecuted minority.
So look out for the rant on Monday with yours truly, Nathan Snow and John Walter.
They'll both be very interesting people and freshen up the joint.
And I'm going to drill the hell out of them.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. They're great guests.
Snow's always good, and John Walter, who's been a little part of the side, I suppose, when we were the punter shows days before they all left us.
Yeah, so that promises to be an interesting snow show. Glenn.
I always read John Walter's Twitter thing because I find it. I read all the people's Twitters that are joined to yours. So I read Snowy, Mark Cruikshank, who didn't post for about 4 or 5 days. I worried he necked himself because he posts every hour and then he'd been gone for 5 days.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. I got to ring up his dad to see if he's all right. And I ring John Walters, who's I find I don't like his tips because I don't get them because they're on the race day because I'm at the races. So I'm not interested in that, and I'm not interested, John, in any of your photos about food. But all these other comments are they're good reading. I like reading his stuff.
Right, but okay. So did you see the one of the kid on the potty the other day with his iPad in the like?
Oh, that was pretty funny. He has some good ones, but the photos of food. People who photo food should be put in jail.
But you know what's weird? Isn't it normally like the fat people that are doing it? You'd think it'd be the food obsessed people that are taking photos of their food.
Comments, though. There's some good comments, especially seeing he's a licensed operator. He has a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's it. He's right.
I read Nathan Snow, all the ones Nathan Snow, Mark Cruikshank. So go to Mark Lamb on Twitter if you want to read good Racing Post tweets. They're all like to Mark, so they're the ones I read. And Mark Sheen even writes some beauties.
Yeah, he's good.
He writes some terrific things. Even Richie Callender, who posts like dead set every 4 minutes.
There's a better one. There's a Richie Callender fake one.
And Glenn, the fake Glenn Schofield wants to come on the show.
Mad if he doesn't. Just quickly on the show, I'm going to have a new segment on the show. We're going to I don't know, we're going to get stuck with jockeys more because why shouldn't we? We're punters. And I did tell you about how we give it to Karen McAvoy for 2 or 3 years there. Like we just give it to him, 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 give it to him. And the first time he turned up at the lights park next to me, he gave me the biggest wave of all time, and he's just been in the champion basket ever since. Well, of all the things Glenn has done to us, and all the like all the agony he's caused all punters, he goes in the champion basket after yesterday because he was on number 5 in a race, and I screamed out in front of everybody, you
crafty,
should be
whatever.
on number 2, and he looked at the semaphore board and said, shifty thinker, and he pissed himself with laughter.
And so did all the punters.
So did Stuart, he copped it as sweet as a nut, so he goes in the champion basket along with Karen McAvoy, and better get a few of these.
So it doesn't take much, jockeys.
That's got a laugh at one of your jokes.
Well, it was at least he could handle it. Like, you know, you mentioned a few of them, like they get that upset and they're not quite men yet, so they're in the little, we might have a blue bowl for the boys in the champion basket, a little pink bowl for you blokes that we're going to try and turn into men.
I think we should bring back Slaughter to the quarter. I think it's time to have that.
Yeah, bunch.
Okay, well, when you guys return for the rant, we shall return with Slaughter of the Quarter because it will be nearly August then. And my voice should be back by then. So, Gordo, what are you targeting tomorrow?
No.
You're not keen on the card?
There's no stamps for me tomorrow.
Right, Glenn.
Marcus, what you got a special for us, Deco, while I'm looking for mine?
I like third each way, and in Melbourne, race 7, number 9, Sunday Escape, and race 9, number 5, Arlington.
Okay, we talk about that.
Airline.
Guys, I thought at this stage the horse that maps doesn't mean perfect. I want to hope it looks well on the parade. It's based on call for me. Marcus?
I bite them.
Yeah, the other base. Here, Adam.
And honourable mention to Top Striker, who I thought did a really good job there, resuming the other day. That's the end of Racing Rant's Rosehill preview, and as I say, we'll be back with the rant on Monday with some new faces. See you then.
See you guys.
So, yeah.